So this is the first session, and we are going to discuss about the introduction to Java today, and a basic program, how to execute, and what are the minimum components that are needed for us to execute a Java program, and all these things we are going to discuss today. So
Okay.
yeah. So Java is said to be one of the most powerful programming languages because of its list of the features which we are having, which we don't actually. We have a lot of other languages which are also powerful, but at the era of Java, when it has come into existence, that time Java was the most powerful programming language. Even now, because of its high readability, so people try to use Java only. Okay. And then Java is a cross-platform, object-oriented, network-based, reliable programming language. You know what is a cross-platform, right? We can use the application from any number of clients and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's an object-oriented because of we'll be discussing about object orientation more in the today's class later. And network-based, obviously, which is similar to cross-platform, and reliable programming language. It shows a lot of promising reliability. Java shows actually because of its exceptional handling mechanism. If you have remembered the C programming, if any error has occurred while executing your program, so you have to restart your system, or you have to close the command prompt and again open, or such kind of things we have to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but coming to Java, because of its exceptional handling features, so it will automatically shut down the program whenever an error occurs. User does not have to keenly observe more on this exception handling and kind of things. That is why it is said to be most reliable programming language. And so Java became popular because of this single line, write once and run anywhere. Because of this slogan, Java has become very popular because whatever languages we used to have before Java, everything was a platform oriented one. Okay, not platform independent ones. So the platform dependence and platform independence. For example, think of any bank application. If you want to use this bank application, you have to install the software in your system. If we are set that one, so many people will be preferring to go to the bank itself, but not use the application, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the reason. So platform independence has become a very big feature for Java. I hope you understood the scenario what I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the name Java comes from the copy. Java has been released into the market in three versions: J2SE, J2EE, and J2ME. So in our course, we will be discussing about only J2SE, Java to Standard Edition. Enterprise Edition is more kind of web applications and connecting to internet and a lot of things. And the J2ME is Micro Edition. If you have remembered the phones we have used when we were doing BTech. So Symbian 40 and Symbian 60 OS used to be there in those mobile devices. So the applications in them are being developed on J2ME,
What is J2ME?
J2 Java to Micro Edition.
Not a micro edition.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the executable files we used to get are like jar and jar files. We used to get them from the internet and install on our phones, Nokia phones.
Okay.
And programming paradigm, the way how we program, the rules which we keep in our mind while we are going to write a program is nothing but a programming paradigm. So in software scenario, we have two types of programming paradigms. So one is procedure, other one is object oriented. So coming to the procedure
Yeah.
oriented programming paradigm, so more emphasis is done on algorithms, the step-by-step procedure of how to write the program, how to solve the program. Only the always we used to concentrate on solving the problem and giving the output. That's it. Most of the times. And the programs are divided into functions. Functions are set of blocks which are given a name and can be called multiple number of times at different scenarios. Like you have 4 lines of code which has to be executed more times. These 4 lines of code. Then we keep that in a block and name it something, and that is called a function. Okay. Programmatically, we'll be seeing more of that one. Most of the functions share data, and see, we have some 100 functions in my program, so all these functions are having the capability to share the data. Okay, a function can modify the data, a function can some other function can retrieve the data like password or anything. So data does move around the system functions. So
Okay.
and the problem is we can any function is having the capability to modify the data also. Okay. So one is no, any function can access the data, and the second one is it can also modify the data. So we don't have security at all. So if we have developed a banking application in this procedure-oriented programming, what will happen? I just write an external function to the ICICI bank saying that my 100 rupees should become 1 crore. That's it. Simply it will change automatically. And adding the new code is very difficult in the procedure-oriented programming language. And we don't have a scenario where we are going to reuse the same code. Actually, in the same program we can reuse the code, but the function written in the same in a program cannot be accessed in other function, other program actually. So there is a problem we are having in this. See, everything has to be written in a single folder or such kind of things. So examples of the programming paradigm languages which follow are C, VB, Perl, Basic, and Fortran, and a lot of friends. Okay, so we don't need much about the procedure oriented here, but coming to the object
Yeah.
oriented, yes.
Then go ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm listening.
Coming to object oriented, here what we need to concentrate. So more emphasis is done on the data. So everything data is becomes the central part of the application, and we need to be always taking care about who is going to access this data, who is going to modify this data, who is going to see this data. So we are always concentrating on the data, and we are always writing program to control the people who are accessing this data also. Okay, so program are divided into objects. Here the program is divided into functions, here the program is divided into objects. Okay, so this point you will get more clarity in the next two slides. So the functions operate on data are tied together into a single data structure. Here, see, we have data. Some like a and b variables are there. Okay, so these two variables can be accessed by whoever can access this one. So methods can access these variables, like set of lines are there which are given a name. So these can access this data. So those are tied to this single unit. Okay, I'll just show you a simple scenario here. Can you see the paint here?
Yeah. Yes.
So I have two variables, a comma b. Okay, so these are the two variables I'm having, and some people can access this data. Okay, so for example, those people are bound into a single unit. Okay, people like some entities. So those entities are some. I'm having around three functions here. So we should not be calling functions, we'll be calling method. So in Java we are going to call functions as methods. Method B, method C. See, these are the three methods which can access this data. Okay, these four things are now bound into a single unit called class. This is what a class is actually. Okay, so here nobody can outside. Say for example, I'm having another method in somewhere else in somebody other's class, like method D. Now method D cannot access this A and B. So this is
Mm.
visible to only method A and method B and method C, because these three are bounded into a single unit. Okay, so we are going to secure this data in that way. So data is secured, it is hidden to external functions and can be accessed by only functions which are tied to this one. The function A and function, I mean method A and method B and method C. So adding new code is very easy. See, simply I'll write another class like this, or else I'll just write another class here. Okay, and I'll just attach this one to any of the classes which are already present. Just attach this one. That's it. Code has been added easily.
Oh, so you're adding class to a class? That's what
Yeah,
you mean?
one more class where I'm going to add in, and I'm going to relate it to this class. That's it. and the relation
And
may be in any way.
yeah, and how about this method? We can't add into the code. We can use the code.
This one,
Yeah,
this one cannot
it's
access these things.
yeah, it cannot access. But oh, this one, the
Uh,
new one
yeah,
is
you forget this one.
accessing or it's adding?
Which one? No, no, no.
Yeah,
Now even this
those.
function cannot access these things.
Okay, and you have a link here. That means you said you can use this class inside a class. Or you can relate this class to that
Ah,
class.
yeah. Actually, see, if even though if I don't keep this link in this one also, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these all are in a single project. These three classes are in a single project.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Then also we can say this is the new code.
Okay.
Simply we are going to add up number of files to that one. I mean number of classes. Okay. So I'll tell
Okay.
about the relations actually. That is a little bit complex scenario right now. So I'll tell that one. So how do we relate? There are two types of relationships: easy relationship and hazard relationship. All those things I'll tell you. Don't worry. And then code can be reused very easily. See, as I told you before. So if I link this one, okay, I'm having a relationship called some extents. So if I link this one like this, then I can use these methods in this one. These variables also in this one. Okay.
Okay.
See, if I use specifically this keyword called extends, then what the extends, what does it means? So we are going to extend the properties of this class. I mean this class into this class. Okay, so all these properties present in the first class will be available in the second class also now. So we need not write this code again, but I just can use the code already written by somebody, some other person. Okay, so that in that way
Okay.
we can use this code very easily. I mean reuse the code very easily. And examples of the object-oriented programming languages are C++, Java, VB.NET, C#.NET, and a lot of other languages are also there. So that is what object-oriented programming is actually. Okay, and I don't think history we need much about. So it was invented in 1991. After that, it has been renamed and released in 1995 as Java actually. First of all, it has been just used for like a remote kind of application. So Java was released to control the consumer electronic devices through remote layer. So after that, they liked the feature or features given by this Java, this Oak language, and then they have people asked for releasing it as a general purpose programming language. So they have released Java as a general purpose programming language through which people can develop applications and solve their problems very easily. So yeah, this one is a little bit very interesting here. So the features of Java, why Java is being into the market this much. See, so many technologies are coming into the market, but still the core of the programming lies still in Java or C Sharp or some other language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so even we have this Android is dependent on Java. If we forget about Android, we have iOS, we have Windows, we have any so many other mobile platforms also, but still we need a web application for that Android application to be live. So that web application has to be written
Okay.
in either Java or C Sharp or anything. So the legacy languages will never lose their prominence actually. Okay, so and why
When you say
Java is,
legacy,
yeah. See, like C language, Java, C Sharp, all these set to be legacy languages.
okay, C, Java and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the languages which are released a long back, and so many people have used them, and so many people are still using in the market. So such kinds of, even COBOL is also said to be a legacy language, but COBOL has lost its legacy thing. So now it has been completely replaced by Java and other programming languages in the market.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So coming to the features, so there are 11 promising features. The first one is it's simple. Java is very simple because we don't have pointers. Pointers is something which is already which is present in procedure oriented languages like C language. Okay, what does this pointer do is, so it can access a memory location directly. It can access a memory location directly. So If you carefully observe, so I have this some variable called,
Yeah, I know the paint
yeah,
pointers. Yeah,
yeah, I have this
correct.
variable a, and every variable it has some address like this. So this pointer operates on this address and gets the value that is present inside this variable. So in such a scenario, so we never know who is going to access my variable at what kind of time. Then writing a program will become very difficult. So that's why they have eliminated these pointers in Java. Okay. And one
Mm-hmm.
more problem we have in C++ is, for example, actually I told you about the inheritance, right? Extends keyword lately. So I have a class here, class A, and I have class B. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
class A, this is class B. Okay. So I have now another class called C. Okay. So now C is going to extend A as well as B. That means C gets the properties of A as well as properties of B, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For example, you are having some variable inside A and another variable inside B. Okay, both are having the same name. Unfortunately, both of them are having the same name. That is possible because both are present in different classes. Now I tried to call a variable from the superclass. Okay, I tried to get the value from this one. Okay, so what should I do is actually super dot d. I just write super dot d. Now what will happen? To our assumption, I need to get the value from the d variable of a class, but how many superclasses are there?
2.
Two superclasses are there, so it doesn't know where to go. So ambiguity problem will come. I have three classes. A, B are two classes. C is dependent on these two classes. So both are having the same named variables. And I try to call the D variable of superclass, and it doesn't know where to go. Okay, that is a problem we are having. It's a very complex problem in programming. So that has been simplified using interfaces here. That has been simplified
Mm-hmm.
using interfaces. How they have done that one through interface, I'll show you in the other classes over there. And
Okay.
then we have a very rich set of API in Java. So you want to deal with files, you want to deal with database, you want to deal with the access, you want to deal with PowerPoint, Excel, Word, anything, file system or database or web or anything you want to interact. So Java has an API for that one. For everything what human thinks to program, we have an API for that. So that is why Java is said to be having a rich set of API. You know about
Mm-hmm.
.NET a little bit?
Java?
.NET.
No.
But very simple thing about .NET. If you want to install .NET, it takes around 4 to 6 hours to install it,
Okay.
and it takes around 10 GB of your memory.
Yeah, and when you say .NET, like you mean C Sharp or
Yeah, all the
those
things
other
comes into a
languages?
package actually. C Sharp,
Oh,
.NET,
it's like
ADB,
one
.NET.
language.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but Java, the highest Java version released is Java 8.0, and its size is 182 MB.
Okay.
Even after extraction also, it doesn't take more than 200 MB. 200 MB,
Mm-hmm.
and we have this much rich set of API. That one,
Yeah.
nobody got beaten in Java here. Nobody got a chance to beat Java also here. And very friendly syntaxes. Generally, if a fresher has been given a C program, so which contains around 2000 lines, if he had to read that one, even after spending 1 month of time, he can't get the hold of complete program actually. But coming to Java, you have 2000 lines also. He can read that in around 2 to 3 days, very simply, because of the
Okay.
friendly syntaxes and the naming conventions used in Java. So everybody will be able to understand it very easily. Just they need to know how to use Java. That's it. And then it is very secure. because a lot of security mechanisms have been provided in Java, so that even from the internet, whenever you are downloading a file through Java, so you don't get any viruses. And it's portable, it can run on any operating system. See, for example, if I have developed a Java program like some bank or something, I have developed in iOS, like Mac operate Mac system I have done. So if I say that people who want to use this application has to use Mac only, will anybody use that? Definitely not. Not everyone will have Mac in their hands. Or else user should be given flexibility to use any type of system. So that is being given in Java. You develop in Windows and you can run it in Mac. You can develop in Mac and you can run in Solaris. Any operating system you can run your program which has been written in any other operating system. That is what portable is. And then robust, so robust is nothing but reliability. So memory management, so I said about variables, right? Whenever you create a variable, what will happen? A memory location will be created in the memory, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and it will be a variable is nothing but like variable memory location which is having some name called some a or something. Okay, so this is a variable actually. So whenever we are going to create a variable, what will happen? A memory location will be created in our RAM. Okay, so then if you are creating the variable, is it not your responsibility to destroy that one also?
Yeah.
Yes, obviously. But coming to Java, so you need not consider about that one. So we have a garbage collector which is going to collect all the variables which are not used anymore. For example, you are not running your application now. What will happen? All the variables we are having will be cleaned by the garbage collector in Java. Okay, and then we have this exception handling I told you before. So a very powerful exception handling we have.
Yeah. And it's a garbage
It
collector.
will,
If you don't use if you don't use it, it will just delete it. So it's saying
yeah,
if you don't use it, then it will delete those stuff. Is that was
yeah,
garbage
yeah,
collector?
yeah.
Like how long? What's the timeline?
It's not like timeout. Actually, for example, you are going to shut down your system, or you are going to close Java running in your system. Then the
Okay.
garbage collector will come and clean all the things that are present in your system.
Okay.
Okay, and if
So.
you might think of server here. Again, server will be a 24/7 running system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there your application also will run continuously. Yes or no?
Okay.
So at that point of time, so no variables will be deleted, but JVM frequently checks for sorry, our garbage collector frequently checks for these unused variables,
Okay. And then does what? Just
and then
include.
that just deletes those things
Okay.
which are not at all used. For example, you have created you have logged into your Facebook account.
Yes.
Okay, just assume that your Facebook is developed in Java. So in
Okay.
what kind of scenario they will write the code is the JVM will work like this actually. So our garbage collector, your object will be created for linearity. Okay, so that will be active in the memory now.
Okay.
Okay, they will be getting the some content from their Hadoop system or something, and they are going to display the data for you. And the memory, so an object will be created for you, and this object will be containing all the things currently. And you logged out of the system. Okay, now
Mm.
no IP address is going to access this Lingareddy object over there.
Okay.
Okay, then what will happen to that object? So our garbage collector will clean that.
Okay.
So your data will be saved to the Hadoop system or database or anything that is behind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that is what robust is. And then distributed. So see, for example, your Facebook is completely relying on only a single server which is present in some California or some place. So for example, some problem has occurred to the server, what will happen? Facebook application will fail.
Okay.
Yeah, so for that one, our language in which we are going to develop our programs should be able to run our application in multiple servers.
Yeah, distributed, yes.
Distributed. That is what distributed is. Java is a distributed over there. And then it
Hmm.
is interpreted. So interpretation is like executing line by line actually. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
executing the line by line. So Java is both uses both compilation and interpretation. So I'll explain you that in the next third or fourth slide from now. It will be
Okay.
clear over there. And multi-threading, actually we already know about multitasking a lot. We'll be doing so many multitasks using our laptop only. Now I'm showing a presentation as well as I'm going to talk to you using the GoToMeeting. The same thing I'm doing at the multiple tasks I'm doing at the same time. That is what multitasking is. But
Yeah.
even while doing multitasking, so what happens is every task, for example, you consider a task as a program. Okay,
Yes.
so we have this. I have this task. Okay, so I have around one, two, three lines of code here, and then again I'm having another two lines of code. I'm having like this. I have some 2000 lines of code. Okay,
Hmm.
yeah. Now see, this one, these three lines of code are independent from these two lines of code. Okay, just assume that they are not having any relationship. Okay, these three also not having any relationship with these things. Okay, so these three are independent, these two are independent, these three are independent, but all these things are in a single program, single task.
Okay, you're saying there are like three methods in the program.
No, no, I'm not saying about three. Just consider these are lines of programs.
Oh, lines. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so some lines of programs are there. So these three are having a relationship. See, unless or until I get value from this one, I can't execute this line.
Yeah,
Something is
definitely.
calculated here, and that I'm going to use in this line, and the same time like this one is being used. So these three are dependent on each other, but these two are not on this, these three are not on this. Okay, now
Okay.
but what happens, the execution goes from top to bottom only, right? So first,
Mhm.
unless or until I have complete these three lines, I can't execute these two lines.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, I am going to take some input here, waiting the for input from the user.
Hmm.
User has to give some input so that I can calculate something here. Okay, user did not give for around 5 minutes. What happens? It still waits on only, right?
Yeah.
Then these lines will not get executed until this, until this 5 minutes. So a lot of memory is available, but our program is not using that. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Now what should I do? As these are independent parts, I should be able to execute these three things parallelly.
Okay.
Okay, so this one will be executed at the same time. Even these two lines will be executed at the same time. These three lines also will get executed. Parallel execution. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So that is what multi-threading is. So if you consider this whole white area as my system, we have these black box as a task. We have multiple tasks, and in each task we have different segments of programs. Okay, those lines of code are independent from other lines of code. Then why this has to, why memory has to be wasted to effectively use the memory which is present for with me? So threading has been introduced in Java.
So
Okay,
it's like synchronization.
yeah, simply synchronization.
Okay.
But synchronization comes after threading. Okay,
I mean,
synchronization is like you have a resource here.
yeah.
Okay, so this is going to access this resource.
Hmm.
Unless or until this resource stops using this one, this should not be able to access this.
Yes.
That is what synchronization is.
Yeah.
But synchronization comes only when multiple things are going to run at the same time. So we are going to make it happen through the threads that has been introduced in Java. So that is a very big feature that has been attracted so many people also.
So it's like a parallel execution. You don't waste your time in middle
Yeah,
of it.
and then important resources we will even save from these threads also.
Okay. So it's like the best. feature of Java, like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay, okay,
And it's dynamic, it's always open for updating. As I said before, you just write another class file in the same project, done, that is added to the as a new code. And then it is
okay.
architecture neutral, not only operating system, but it does not think of what processor you have used, what hardware system you are using in your system also. Even that is user flexible,
Mm-hmm.
and it can run on any processor. And we're having high performance because garbage collector is there with us, which is going to clean up the memory continuously. And this is going to leave the resources while waiting for inputs. Okay, so this is what we do in multi-threading. We have a lot of explanation in multi-threading class, don't worry about that.
Okay,
So object oriented, see the object orientation is like for example, we have something like int a comma b. Okay, this is variable declaration. Okay, or else we'll just not go much into that. Some a plus b. Okay, so we're
mm-hmm.
going to add two numbers, right?
Yeah,
So this is a line of code. Okay, in Java you are not allowed to write anything out of class file, I mean out of class.
okay,
Okay, you have to write everything inside the class only.
yeah,
Everything has to be written inside the class. That is why it is said to be object oriented programming language, and it satisfies the basic principles of object orientation. That's why Java is said to be purely object oriented language. Okay, so
yeah,
now you have this program. Okay, you are going to compile it, you are going to execute it. Now who is
okay,
going to execute it, how they are going to execute this one? Okay, so the
mm-hmm.
he's none other than Java virtual machine. Okay, before going to Java virtual machine, we'll see how to execute a small Java program here.
And why it's a virtual?
Why is virtual means?
Like it's executing something, so it's doing real function. Why don't you call
Yeah,
Java
it's a real
machine?
function,
Why?
but it's like another machine running inside my machine.
Okay,
So
okay,
that's why it is said to be a virtual.
mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay. See this one. Okay. So I just go to this one. I just create a folder, someone and training like that. Okay, so I'm having a folder here. Okay, so I'm just going to take a notepad. See, I said everything has to be written inside the class, right? So we're going to declare the class like this: class space the name of the class, test. Okay, class
Okay,
space test. And see, whenever we are going to write a class, we need to set some boundaries to that one. Okay, open brace and then close brace. So this is the body of the class.
yeah,
Okay, so it's like this. So its name is test. This is what we have currently. Okay, and then so even you have a class here, there is no use of this one. We can't do anything with this one unless or until it has a main method. It has a main method because Java's execution starts with the main method.
yeah.
Java's execution starts with the main method. So basically the method's signature will be like this. So first we need to tell what is the return type of this method. Okay, so we have a lot of types. We'll discuss a lot about in the types here. And the return type is, I am not going to return anything, so I need to specify void. Okay, and the name of the method main. And if at all it is going to get some arguments from the calling person, string marks. Just leave this one, so we'll explain a little bit more about this later. We have this main method. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so but our Java virtual machine or else our Java contains a basic syntax for this main method. So like public static void main string args. This is the basic syntax of my main method. Okay, I'll tell you clearly why we are going to write public and static. For now we need to consider that unless or until you write like this, it will not be considered as main method and you get an error.
It's a main method or it's a main class?
It's a method. Our class is
Oh,
test.
okay, okay.
Class is test and this is method. So you take a method or a class, it will be having same type of boundary here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here I'll show you. So I have my, this is your test class and this is your main method. Okay, method, you remember a method declaration like this. Okay, this is your main method and this is your class. That is what we are having here. So for example, you want to add
Okay.
another method, like some method called add. Okay,
Okay.
so add, and it contains some int
Maybe, yeah.
number, int b, some
Okay.
variables.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now how to declare this one? So I have this is the boundary of my method, right? Main method.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after this one, public
You can declare. Yeah.
void some add of int a comma int b,
Okay.
again boundary to this one.
Mm-hmm.
So like this you can write n number of methods inside your class.
Okay.
Okay, so now just forget about this method here. So we have this main method, and to print anything, to print anything we need to write system dot out dot println of hello world. So don't worry about this one, I'm going to explain this also clearly. But so this is the statement we use, and what you, if you want to get this one printed, you need to write that inside the double quotes. Okay, and you have to pass this argument to the method called println.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this println is present in this some other class, we are going to refer that one like this, to just leave that one. I'm just going to, so this is the basic program actually. You have test class, you have a method, and you write a statement to print something on the console. Okay, this might be a little bit confusing, but still just
No,
consider
it's
what.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are understanding, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, then no problem at all. Okay, now file save as. So the folder which I created before, date okay, online training. So see, your, what is the class name you have given? Test, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the name of the file also should be test.java. So the extension of Java file is .java, and the name of the file should be same name.
Class name. Yeah.
Even see, that is not compulsory, it's just a naming convention actually.
Okay. It's not compulsory. It can be
It's not
any name.
compulsory, you can give abc.java also, no problem at all.
Okay. Okay.
So save this one. So you got your file here, test.java. Okay, so now how to execute this one? Okay, so we are going to take a command prompt. Okay, so cd slash, so you go to your home C drive, and actually my files are inside D drive, right?
Yeah.
So I need to go to D drive. Okay, and I need to change the directory to online training here, cd online training. Okay, so if I use dir, I will get all the files that are present. So I have my test.java. So there are two steps that are needed to execute your Java program. First one is compilation. So java c space test.java. Okay, java c is the compiler,
Okay.
java c space test.java. Okay, test.java is my whole file name with extension, and just click on enter here.
Then it will compile.
Yeah, it compiled and something has been generated here, dot class
Create.
file.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and this dot class file, you cannot see what is there inside the dot class file.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Means you can see but you don't understand. See,
Okay.
something is being written. Okay, just forget that. So this is called bytecode. This is called the bytecode. Okay. So Lingagaru, what does an exe file contain?
Executable content, like whatever you want to execute.
Yeah, the instructions which are understood by the processor of our system, right?
Yes, yeah.
And this bytecode contains the instructions that are understood by our JVM.
Okay. Yeah, it's like generating machine code, so machine will understand.
Yeah, my JVM will be there. Now my JVM will convert this file into exe file. Java space. What is the class name? Test, right? So we need to
Yes.
specify the class name here. Java is the
Mm-hmm.
interpreter I am having, and test is the class name. So and you just click on enter. So it will create an exe file and it will run it automatically in the same console.
Okay. First you compile it and then you're running the code. Once
Yeah,
it's
I'm going
compiled,
to run the code. When you run the code, .exe file will be generated. See,
yes.
if when I do Java C only, .exe file is generated means then my Java is platform dependent over there. Okay,
Okay,
see,
dependent.
I
Okay.
tell you, you have this class file, right? And you have this
Mm-hmm.
Java file. So if you are directly
Yeah.
going to execute this Java file, that means you are going to depend on the processor directly, right? You are directly generating the code which is understood by the processor. Unless or until you know you are related to the processor, you know what is the processor, you can't generate that one directly, right? Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, what was that noise?
Yeah, so actually due to rain some wire problem has come here. Now I got reconnected. Okay, so if you are able to directly run this Java file and get an exe file, what is that? Your uh, platform, your Java programming language which you are using is platform dependent over there. Okay, because unless or until your programming language knows what is the processor you are having, it cannot do that one directly. But that is here they have divided the task into two places. So you generated this class file, you take this class file to any system, like you take this one to Solaris system, you take this one to Mac system, you take this one to Linux, you take this one to Unix or any system, you will be able to get this output, hello world. Okay,
So the compiled like in
yeah,
different
the
places.
compiled
Okay.
bytecode, you just take this one to anywhere and you can execute that one. So that is why Java is said to be platform independent. Okay, but
Okay.
we should have our Java virtual machine regarding that particular operating system actually.
Mm.
Like while installing the Java, we need to download the Java, like you need to download Java for Windows 64-bit or 32-bit, Linux 64-bit or 32-bit, Mac 64-bit or 32-bit or like that. So
Yes, yes.
Java virtual machine is dependent, but Java is independent.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I wanted to tell about that. And so this is my actually to tell you about Java virtual machine, we need to discuss what are the different kinds of variables that are present in my Java language, how we are going to give multiple classes and all those things we need to discuss. So that is the reason I will discuss this architecture of JVM tomorrow in tomorrow's
Okay.
class.
Yeah.
Okay. And about object oriented programming here, so object oriented programming models the real world, because so why do we create applications? Obviously due to, so obviously because we human has the problem, real world has some problem. So if my programming language has to be able to understand the real-time problems. So object oriented programming was designed in such a way that it understands the real world. Okay, object-oriented programming organizes a program and around its data and set of well-defined interfaces to the data, like the methods which I told you before. The data and the methods which access this data are bound into a single unit. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So an object-oriented program can be categorized as a data controlling access to its code by switching control. See, the thing at the end of the day, the thing is, so the data and the methods are bound into a single unit, and everything has to be written inside this single unit. Anything you write outside, that will not be considered as the program component. Okay, that is what object oriented programming is.
Okay.
Okay, and first of all, what is this object? Anything is an object, anything which you can specify. Okay, see, for example, you say a vehicle. Okay, vehicle is not a specification, it's just a specification, it's not a real-time thing. So a vehicle can be anything, right? It can be a car, it can be a truck, it can be a something.
Hmm.
Okay, specifically you go for car is, it's a car, it's a real thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but even in this car also, it can be anything, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Volkswagen Vento, it's an object. Okay, Maruti Swift Desire, that is an object. So which is lively before you is said to be an object. Okay.
Hmm.
So now your Maruti Suzuki Desire, Swift Desire, what does it do? It has some properties. It has some identification, right? So
Yeah.
like which color it is, what is the number plate it is having, who is the owner of the car, so how many some is it petrol or diesel? So all these things are properties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have what does it do actually? So it drives, moves forward and moves backward, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, so that is what it does. Now see, how am I going to write the class over there? Okay, see, this one is your class, and your class will be car. Okay,
Okay.
so its properties. Okay, properties are like uh, string, some color, uh, string type, int, number of number of fields is not needed, because definitely there will be four. So for example, we'll take two variables, some color and type. Okay, so these are the
Okay.
identification of your car. Okay.
Properties. Yes.
So as well as I definitely need string name. Just name is enough. Okay, this is what we have here. It's a color, type and name. These are going to describe how your object is. So what are the properties of your object? Okay, so
Yeah.
and then what does it do? I told, as I told you before, it has two methods, void move forward
And backward. Okay.
and move backward, obviously. Okay, so this one will have a boundary.
So you're defining two methods for an object.
Yeah,
Okay.
for a class, not for an object.
For a class. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we are having two methods here. Currently we are not having any functionality in this one, just assume this one.
Yeah. So, okay.
Okay, so now this is just a specification. Okay, how the car looks like. So if a person has to design a car, So he has to give all these things. So these three names, color, type and name has to be given so that the car can be designed.
Okay.
Okay, so he has to tell, see, unless or until the engineer knows what does the car do, so he can't design something, right? So what does
Yes.
it do also we are going to specify here.
Mm-hmm.
Identity and behavior. Okay, a class is a combination of identity and a behavior. Okay,
Okay.
and we are not going to specify much about the class here because it's not a real-time entity. So car is not a real-time entity, so I need not describe that one more. Okay, so if you carefully observe, now I'm going to create an object. Okay, so
Yes.
how to create the object for this one? So your class name is car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Car. Okay, some car one, something, anything you can do. This is just a name to identify that object.
Okay.
Okay, identification for that object you are going to create. Okay, equal to new is a keyword which is going to create an object for us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, new car, that's it. Now car one is the object.
Okay.
Okay, our object has been constructed with nothing, it just constructed, that's it. Now
Okay.
if you want to describe your car one dot color equal to blue. So you are giving blue color to your car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, again car one dot type
Yeah,
equal
you
to
pass on. Okay.
petrol.
So you're defining properties or values for the card one
Yeah,
object.
yeah. Carbon dot name equal to Maruti Suzuki Desire or something. Okay. If you want your object to be functional, you want your object to be functional. So car one dot move. You want to use your object. Then we need to call the methods.
Okay.
Car one dot move back. Okay. Did you understand? Now what is an object?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now if you carefully observe here, as I told you, everything has to be written inside the class, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all this code also should be written inside a class,
Yes.
definitely, right? So where
Yeah.
should I write that? So I have another class here.
Card one.
I'll tell you. What is that? Test class.
Okay.
Okay, and we have my main method over there. Okay, so obviously because unless or until you have a main method, you can't start the execution,
Yes.
right? So you want to we need a main method. So I have kept that one inside a test class and I have run the thing. So but if you want to use your car object, definitely you have to create an object for the car. So you are going to create that inside
Card
this
one.
main method,
Yeah.
and this one like this we are going to use that.
Okay.
Okay, so you need another notepad. So
Mm-hmm.
we find class car. Okay. So string name. So I'm not going to take much more, only one name I'm going to take here, and then public void move. Okay, move forward. Okay, I'm just going to write. See, whenever I call that method, something has to be done, right? So I'm just going to take
Yeah.
println system dot out dot println move move forward. Okay, this is what I have, and I need to define this as car dot java, right?
Mm-hmm.
Save. Okay, car dot java has been done, and what should I write inside this one? My main method car. car 1 or something, car C equal to, you write also, no problem. New car. Okay, C dot name equal to, always same name, something like that.
So this is our main class.
Yeah,
Okay, you're starting the code and then you're defining class
yeah, we are defining object,
object. Okay.
object of the class. See, your class can be anywhere. You can write a number of classes anywhere, but to use them, you need a main class and a main method.
Okay.
Okay,
And this your class one or whatever class we're using here, that's a
test.
class C. C is a class, right?
No, C is the object.
Because it's taking okay, car is object as well.
Yeah, see, car is the class and C is the object.
Okay.
Okay,
Then you're
C is having
passing
the properties here.
properties of car.
Yeah,
Okay. So object can have properties of a class.
yeah. Actually, a class is not a real-time thing, so we cannot consider it like that also. See, class is a specification. Sorry, class is a specification. How to
Okay.
create an object. See, it specifies how to create an object. That's what a
Okay.
class is going to do. So now, whatever we have in the class, we are meaning that our object which is being created for this class will have all these things.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So first of all, if you carefully observe, see, I have to save these two things. Save and save. Okay. So Java C test.java. Okay. Java test. Car is moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I want to know, see, if you want to display two strings at the same time in this one. Okay, let's not make it
Okay.
any complicated here. Just leave this here for today's class. So, did you understand this one?
Yeah.
So we have a car, and I'll tell you this one. So you need not have your main method in test class only. Okay. So see carefully here. You have car.java, right? In the car.java only, I'm going to write main method.
Mm-hmm.
It can be written in
That
the
was
same one also.
yeah.
Okay, now save this one, and I'm going to run this car. Java car.java. Sorry, Java C. Java car. Car is moving forward. Okay, so see, if you write in the same class, there is no meaning at all.
Mm-hmm.
In the real time, we need to write a test class in which I have to be able to access all the objects of different classes which are inside this project. Okay, that's
Okay.
why I showed you in that way. You can write in both ways. You can write main method in the same class itself also, no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so even you are writing in this one in the same thing also. So in the main method, you need to specify object, then only you can access these things.
Mm-hmm. Can
Okay,
you write a class in a main method?
class in the main method.
Main
Yeah, we
method.
can write. We can write. That concept is called inner classes.
Okay, main itself is a class.
No, main is a method.
Main is a
So
method. So
you
writing
you
a
are,
class inside main,
yeah.
how
I
it's a class? You write a
I didn't get you. Please repeat again.
so we are writing main method inside a class,
Yes, yes.
and we can write the other way as well.
Yeah,
And how come it's an inner class? Inner class is only the case if the class is inside a class. That's inner class, right?
yeah. No, now we need to write a class inside the main method. We have to write like this: class some test or else some vehicle. Okay. So like this. Now everything is
Okay.
inside in the car class, right?
Now
Inside,
yes.
inside car we have main method. Inside main method I'm having vehicle class.
Okay. So the total like a parent should be a class.
Yeah, definitely. Everything has to be written inside a class. That's it. Anything you write outside, it is going to scold you.
Okay.
See, I'll just write some just
Yeah.
system.out.println I'm going to take. See,
It will not display. It's not part of class.
yeah. So class interface or enum is expected. Okay, it is expecting
Okay.
a class before this line. So it has to be written
Mm-hmm.
inside of the class only. That's
Okay.
okay. So that is what I wanted to discuss for today. So even if I tell more also, there is a chance of you might get confused.
Yeah. Okay. It's
Okay.
fine.
So it's today's class is clear, right, for you?
Yeah, it's good. So pretty much we covered the basics of Java and properties, and then the simple code,
Yeah.
the object, and everything.
Yeah. Tomorrow we are going to go in depth into the OOPS concepts.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. In the meantime, if there is a possibility, you just to learn what is a variable, how many types of variables are there,
Okay.
or else I can cover that one.
Okay.
It just takes 5 minutes, no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss about the
Yeah.
variables and no, actually, I'll only tell because there are three kinds of things I need to tell with that one, with those variables and everything. So I'll only tell. So tomorrow we'll be
Okay.
discussing what is a variable and how many kinds of variables can be written inside the class and what are the places where we can write. Okay. And
Okay.
how are these different from each other variable and oops concepts like encapsulation and inheritance. We are going to cover these two concepts tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
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 Okay, then
Yeah.
I'll upload this video which I recorded now into my drive and share you the link.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have a question.
Yeah.
So, like, your office is in Kukatpally, right?
It's in Madhapur actually.
Oh, it's in Madhapur.
Yeah.
Okay. And Ramu is he's in Hyderabad as well. Like
Yeah.
he both work.
He's with me only. Beside only
Okay.
he's staying. He's doing some
Okay.
programming in the other cabin.
Okay. So it's like you guys own this, you both of you?
We don't completely own this actually. We are part of the actually we have share in this.
Okay, there is somebody else.
Yeah.
It's like three, four people and you guys doing it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And you don't like, do you still work for corporate or this is all yours? Like,
Yeah. As I told you before, we get requirements from other corporate regarding new technologies and everything. We outsource employees.
okay, so literally you work for this company. You don't work for any other,
Yeah.
corporates.
No, no, no.
Direct.
I work for this only completely.
Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
it's
we also do a couple of projects and everything. Like we are not that much bigger like a corporate. That's it.
so you're like a small company, you're
Yeah.
starting over and doing stuff, trying
Yeah.
to, right?
Yeah.
Getting projects and getting things done. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to know some.
Today your task is you create different kinds of I said about car, right?
Yeah,
You take
objects
some
in
truck
class.
or some anything what gets to your mind and write some 4 or 5 classes and create objects for that one in the test class.
Okay.
Okay, and then execute them.
Yeah, sure. So I mean, create object classes, multiple classes, and execute them. That's my
Yeah.
job, right?
Yeah.
And uh, and do you have this material for me, like this PPT?
Yeah, I'll share this PPT.
Okay, so you're gonna send
Actually,
me an email.
currently, yeah, I'll share this. No problem for that. I don't have any confidential face in this one. I'll just share it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So your task will be like this around. Now I just have 2 classes here, car and test. So you write one more class here and one more class here. Okay, and create these 2 objects also inside this main method and execute.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just have like some truck.java and some mm,
So you're writing a code in okay text entitled paint. You're writing a code in paint.
yeah, I
No,
just
right?
now I'm writing just to show you.
Yeah, but when you save it, you are writing somewhere and
No, no,
saving
no.
it
That
in
is
Java,
notepad
right?
only. In the notepad only I'm writing.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
While explaining, I just got to write in the paint here,
Okay, okay.
so that you can understand the picture whole picture easily. Okay, just to show you that we write
Yeah,
the whole
that's
thing
fine.
like this. So you have some three classes here. So these three classes you create the like car, how we created an object. So you create object for truck and some other class also, and you write like this. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So I have a question for you. Do you have Java in your
Mhm.
system?
I don't know. I installed this the Android Studio, right? Before I install Android Studio, I install Eclipse something.
Yeah. Before that, did
Java
you
SDK.
you got Java? See, if you have Java in your system, so you will
Mhm.
get around like this, like mm, in your C drive, in your program files, you should have Java here.
I think I have that one.
Okay. So
I mean,
if not, you just check like this. In the command prompt, you should be able to get something when you type Java C like this
wait, something.
in the command prompt.
Yeah, actually, I'm using Windows 8 and it's crazy. Anyhow, I'm gonna check here. Give me one sec. So you said program files in Java, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I have Java installed 8.15,
Oh,
so 2 weeks
super.
ago.
Oh, nice.
It's JDK 1.8.0.51.
Yeah. Very nice. 1 point.
Okay. JDK 1.8.0 underscore
Yeah.
51.
Yeah. That's more than enough. Actually, we need less. It should be at least 1.6 actually.
Yeah, I think this is latest or something.
Yeah, latest, no problem at all. And are you able to get like this when you say Java C in your command prompt?
No, I didn't open my command prompt yet.
Yeah, just try to open start R and CMD.
Okay. Do you use a Windows 8
Yeah, it's mine Windows 10.
or Windows 10?
Yeah.
Windows 8, I hate it. So you said in command prompt, what did you say? Java doc?
Java C, JAVAC.
Java in enter, I say.
Yeah.
Do I have to go in the
No, you don't have to go anywhere.
so Java C is not recognized as an internal or external command.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you a small step-by-step procedure. Do this one. Okay.
Okay.
So you have your Java, right? See, once see my screen here.
Okay.
Okay. So you have JDK folder, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you open the JDK folder and copy the path in the address bar. Some C colon slash program file slash Java slash JDK 1.8.0 something.
Yeah, just JDK, right? Not
Yeah.
bin or lib.
And yeah, bin is also needed. Sorry, bin is also needed.
So you want me to just open bin and
Yeah,
copy the
bin and
path?
copy the thing. Okay, and then in your run command, so you just type system properties advanced.
I think I can go that even from my system properties. I think I did that one, setting the path actually.
If you have done that one, you should get the Java C.
Uh, advanced, that's in control panel, right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I am just going to make you the presenter. So you just share your screen with me.
Okay, that's fine. Share screen.
Yeah.
It's saying to become a presenter, please download small extension.
Yeah, yeah. Just click on that.
You can download.
Yeah, it's only KB. No problem. It will that will be done within seconds.
Uh, yeah, can you see it now?
No, not yet. Waiting to view in your screen.
Entire screen share. Okay, now you can see it, I guess.
Hmm, still, I can see the organizer screen only, not your screen.
GoToMeeting Pro screen sharing is sharing your screen with app.gomeeting.com.
Okay. Okay. Oh, we'll do one thing. You just give me your team your user ID and password.
Okay. Um, sharing
Yeah, yeah. Wait,
user
wait, wait.
ID.
I can see your screen. Wait.
Oh, I can. Okay. Minimize it. So now you can access, like, you can take control of my screen, right?
I think. Yeah. Just once again share me the screen.
The same
Yeah. Yeah. I got this.
GoTo, GoToMeeting or
Go to meeting only. Once I changed me as the presenter, it came your screen has come.
okay. Can you see now?
Yeah.
So you don't need this what is it?
Team viewer
Team
I don't
viewer.
need.
Okay, I'll just close it.
Yeah. Share the entire
Okay.
screen. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
you just click on the settings icon here. Go to meeting. This one.
GoToMeeting
In the go to meeting, you have settings icon, right? Below the chart.
below chart settings icon.
So you have your mic
Um,
symbol, share, screen symbol.
yeah, and then webcam,
Yeah.
and then attendees.
No, no, no,
Where?
no.
Oh, settings. Oh, settings. I got it. Okay. I clicked settings.
Settings. Is there anything like take? I can take control of your system. Share the
No,
keyboard and mouse with or something.
no, there's nothing like that. There is nothing like that.
Something like that. Okay. I'm going to close the go to meeting. You just give me the team
But that's
viewer.
fine. Yeah, I can do it. If you can just tell me the process, that's fine. I can do it. If not, maybe evening I'll do it.
Okay. Then just
Or,
go to.
or else, the best thing, maybe anyhow you're sending me the email, the
Yeah.
PPT, right?
Hmm.
Then maybe a special email saying like how to, like I have
Uh,
installed now and then how to set the path. If you can send me the steps, I
okay.
can follow it.
Just to open the command prompt once.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send the email though. I just wanted to see the message what we got over the Jaws.
Yeah. Okay. So this means we didn't set the path
Yeah, we did not set the path.
because when I was installing this Android and one of the instructions said set the path, and I guess I did the same thing. Like I opened the
I
Bing
think
and
you
then I
have
copied the
set the path to Android underscore SDK underscore home.
Okay, might be, yes.
Yeah. In the same way, you need to set the path for Java also. Java underscore
Okay, yeah, that's
home.
fine. Yeah, I can do it. If you can send me the steps, I'll do it for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I'll send you the text over there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, then
Okay,
I'll
all
send you
right
the
then.
instructions over the mail, and this
So,
recorded video also I'll send through the link through the drive link.
yeah, okay. And so tomorrow's for my task is